Hi, my name is Ajay Verma. As you can see from the white in my hair, I spent enough time in the industry, in the corporate world. I spent about 28 years working for various different technology organizations. Needless to say, in my career, I've seen a lot of B school graduates coming in. I've been to B schools to hire. And it was interesting that as I started my consulting practice, I did come in touch with folks at the Bridge School of Management. And we did engage, we did look at how the Bridge program is structured, how the ideology behind the program is. And to me, a couple of months down the road, now that I've run a couple of programs for Bridge School of Management, there are a couple of things which really stand out for me. First and foremost, I think is really the whole issue, which is a big debate in the country right now, which is really about employability. A lot of people come with very academic knowledge, very academic viewpoints, which I think is one area where Bridge distinguishes itself beyond anything that I have seen in this country. The fact that you have only industry practitioners, people with a wealth of experience who don't come and talk to you about an academic concept in its academic avatar, but really translate it into what happens in the real world. What is it that you need to do as you go and work every single day in your jobs? I think that's a very, very important ingredient and a characteristic that any potential student who's looking at, any working professional who's looking at upping his level of investment in himself, which I think is very, very critical, needs to keep in mind. Are you going to go and look at academic concepts, or are you going to really look at how does the real world translate with the knowledge that you imbibe during this program? So I think that to me is absolutely the standout feature for the Bridge School of Management. A few other things that I want to share with you, because I think they're very, very critical as well as you make your decisions of how you're going to build your careers over a 30-35 year span, is really to look at the fact that how do you balance learning with the fact that you are a working professional. And I think the virtual learning environment that Bridge School provides is a perfect example of a blended learning program. You do have a fair bit of face-to-face interaction, but to me, in my experience working with the cohort that I've had in the past, I think we learned a lot more from each other as we interacted on the virtual platforms. So it doesn't really mean that you have to come into a classroom and study. It allows you to balance your priorities. Sure, you need to do a little bit of prioritization, need to do a little bit of juggling around, but I think the blended model of a face-to-face interaction as well as a virtual environment gives you a continued sense of learning. And I think that we have to give credit to the Bridge School of Management for creating this platform. And I think that's no surprise, coming as it is with the pedigree of both Apollo Global as well as the HD Media organization. And I think that brings in another beautiful aspect to this whole program, which is really about the fact that you don't really want just to learn from the professionals. You also want exposure to thought leaders across the world. I'm sure if you speak with students who passed out or who are undergoing the program, an opportunity to listen to somebody like Dr. Deepak Jain, we sure would love to do that, especially as young professionals who are still, kind of building up your careers, just to listen to a global thought leader such as him. So, the program provides you an opportunity which is really unparalleled compared to some of the other business schools that are out there. And therefore, I think it's a brilliant place to come in and continue with your investment in yourself.